and gentlemen, introducing you to the two fighters. Fight number one on our card. This one is proudly sponsored by Astute Annaly. We fight 3 by 3-minute rounds. We do it in the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, standing across in the blue corner, from the Boonchu Gym on the Gold Coast tonight, steps into the cage chasing win number one. Give it up. This is Matheus Frustockl. And his opponent standing across in the red corner. He weighed in officially 70.3 kilos. Travels to us tonight from the Sunshine Coast, trained out of the Tribal MMA Gym. His record to date, 4 fights for 2 big wins. This is Mark Richardson! Referee their manager, Sir Thomas Churchill.
Thomas Churchill set to get us started. Fight number one brought to you by Astute Annaly. Is recommended and used by Beatdown promotion staff for all things finance, loans and wealth management. For all things finance, give Simon a call at 0405 751 173. Oh, immediately! You can see Frustockl just wants that win, doesn't he? He came out right in the face of Richardson and hits him with that lead hook. Take your time.
We definitely know where Frustockl wants this fight. Using his black belt in jiu-jitsu, he's already on the ground, he's taking top position, and it's looking great. That's a great position to have somebody right against the cage. Couldn't be better as a part of the octagon. Or he's let him get back up.
He did, almost out of sheer will. He didn't even really have the underhook, he just sort of powered himself up. What do you like about the grappling on the cage, Mr. Benny? And he's down again. It was a single leg again. Yeah, these are great takedowns. He's opting for the tie waist grip when he takes his partner down, which is great, as the MMA glove gets wedged under the partner and it becomes really hard to stand back up and escape. In a half guard position here, you can see how Frustockl's sort of sitting on the leg, killing the ability to get that one out, so we can't swivel that leg out and get up.
Again, struggling to keep Richardson down. I love that he's still working to get back up after 2 takedowns early in this round.
I mean, this is really good to see from Richardson. He's prepared for a BJJ black belt. Hasn't been able to be held down on the ground.
Sometimes it doesn't work in the grappler's favor to keep going for these takedowns. You use a lot of energy.
Yep.
And it's much better to obviously solidify that position once you get down there.
Oh,
and keep
that is, unless you get the back. He's got one hook in here.
Let's see if we can get that second hook.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Going to work.
Peppering that upper body, opening up some positional so he can get the upper body control. That's why we love MMA. We can mix in both the grappling and the striking.
He looks to have a hand through. Could it be under the chin? This could be a short night for Richardson.
I think that's just on the jaw.
It could be. 1 minute to go. Which at the very least is uncomfortable.
Nonetheless, you can still get taps from a jaw crank and a head crank.
Absolutely. 50 seconds left.
Spreading him out. We're trying to use those hooks and that hip movement.
To do it.
Beautiful.
If you're Richardson, you're holding onto the gloves for dear life before those shots come raining down, and he manages to build back up.
Nice, back to peppering and opening up that upper body, trying to get the choke and the neck exposed.
Much, much easier said than done.
Definitely.
When you're striking, those gloves feel so small, and when you're grappling, they feel huge.
Absolutely. It's hard to find a path through, but it looks like Richardson stopped defending the neck, which I would definitely advise against. A neck crank. Last few seconds of this round.
Straight into mount. He rains down shots. Frustockl absolutely put his fingerprints over the last stanza of that round. But Richardson, I mean, in there with a black belt, with tiny little gloves on and could be eating punches, does incredibly well for himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frustockl up against Richardson.
Frustockl looks like a man possessed, doesn't he?
Absolutely. It's interesting to see. Obviously, no mistake what he wants to do. The man wants to get to the ground. He's done that 3 times so far in this round. Richardson's been relentless to get back onto the feet. Obviously, in a lot of trouble towards the end of that round, but nonetheless still avoided the submission finish.
Here they are going to work on the feet. Richardson just finding a home for that right hand, but smart enough to know when to create space as well. And there's the end of the submission attempt. smartly goes into mount and begins raining punches down, solidifying a good round. All smiles from Richardson. Showing he's ready for more as we go into round 2 of our opening fight.
Big overhand by Frustockl. Maybe a grappler. Just knocked Richardson down. Oh, attacking that neck with the guillotine. He's going to pull
Snatches it up. He's got guard. He's a little low on the neck, isn't he?
He might just be holding onto that chin, but not in a super dominant position. Richardson gets his head out.
What did he need to do there, Mr. Benny, to finish that arm-in guillotine?
It's a tough position to finish, yeah, an arm-in guillotine. If he can just isolate the head, it would be much easier. But MMA, especially the bowed head, it slips out easy.
A little bit of extra sweat makes it harder to grab onto people and limbs.
Oh, 100%.
Well done, Richardson. Now working his way to the back in a dominant position. If he can hold this down, he wants to stand up and strike. And he found a home for a few of those uppercuts.
Yeah, not a lot of head movement for Richardson. That head is almost always there. Frustockl wants to find it, but the grappling might have taken its toll on his gas tank.
Changing up the strikes with head and body and back to the single leg. Success again for Frustockl. Oh, good defense by Richardson. Scooting his bum to the cage. We love a good butt scoot if it gets you back up onto your feet.
100%. The reverse butt scoot.
Oh, great.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was beautiful. Very, very high percentage. Low taxing takedown by Frustockl, who again, I just can't speak enough about how possessed he looks. He wants that O in his win column to go.
Absolutely. We know these 3-minute rounds go so fast, but we're getting a lot done. Another takedown. It's relentless. He's getting it to the ground. He just needs to keep it there a little bit more.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's almost gone beyond himself to be able to get back up onto his feet against the BJJ black belt. It's fantastic to see.
Jaden, would you say they probably worked a lot of get-ups in Richardson's camp to make sure that this black belt doesn't get to use his expertise?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Matheus wanted to trap his legs when he's getting the takedown to prevent his opponent getting back up. But Richard's doing a great job, not wasting any time. He gets back up straight away.
Hits Frustockl with a nice lead hand, but it's very difficult when the guy who wants to take you down just wades in with punches because you don't want him anywhere near you.
And it's hard to keep that distance when you've got quite a small circumference to stay away from. And you also want to bang, so you're engaging in this brawl.
That mouth guard is hanging on by a thread from Frustockl, which just goes to show. Oh, and the leg! Kicks him, takes the leg out, and it looks like Frustockl might be using the time to recover. Richardson now moving forwards. On the feet here, it looks like it could be anyone's fight. Wow.
An action-packed round 2. Both men head down, swinging to the end bell.
That was more of a mixed bag. Frustockl with his hands up. Richardson doing the exact same.
I love seeing a diversity of takedowns from Frustockl. We've got inside trips, we've got single legs, we've got some on the cage wall work as well, and some open area.
Here the boys are exchanging. There's that Superman punch that dropped Richardson in the early stanza. So much happened in this round, I forgot that he even got dropped by a Superman punch.
There was also that fantastic flurry of uppercuts. There was an outside trip as well from Richardson. There it is. Kept in there and let him get back to the feet where he wanted it. Absolutely action-packed.
Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming down. This is our third and final. Make some noise!
First bout of the evening, again brought to you by Astute Annaly. For all things finance, give Simon a call at 0405 751 173. Straight back to where we left off.
Some nice jabs getting through by Richardson. Hopefully he can hide behind that and use that to keep his distance, avoiding the takedowns.
Both boys here looking tired. they still got the desire to win. You can see them biting down on their mouth guard. Those huge uppercuts rip the head of Frustockl.
And midway through the last round, we know these boys are getting sweaty, they're getting a bit slippery. The takedown's going to be harder to finish. We're probably going to be harder to keep them on the ground. Looks like we're going to stay standing.
And leaning forwards was Frustockl, just happy to get out of that exchange.
Hip
A
over
mount
sweep.
from Richardson, he's pouring it on.
Frustockl, well done to get back onto all fours, trying to work his way back up. Just really holding onto that single leg. Needs to maybe, nice cutback by Frustockl.
His face is just leaking here as he's eating strikes one after another. He had to let go of that leg to stop the onslaught.
Now using that cage to get up.
And it is all over as Mr. Thomas Churchill steps in. The onslaught of Richardson was just too much. And if you can see the face of Frustockl, who's obviously upset, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. He ate a lot of strikes there in an incredibly valiant effort. You could tell he gave everything into that. It's fantastic sportsmanship. Both fighters embracing one another. What a fight to set the standard for this card.
First fight of the night, and we've already bloodied the canvas. That is going to set the precedent for the rest of the night.
As we cut to the replay, both boys here just throwing anything but the kitchen sink. Richardson just walks him down. He's taken his shorts off in the cage. I mean, Mans was hot. And here's that mount going to work. He never wasn't striking. He was just throwing the whole time. If he had a hand free, he was throwing it at the grappler. Managed to make every single shot with these little gloves count. And he took the win in the third round by TKO stoppage.
It just goes to show Richardson has that dog in him, and his relentlessness got him the win tonight. Staying ready to take advantage of any position, and unfortunately Frustockl's relentless ability to go takedown and holding onto that single leg put him in a bad position and end up stopping the fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we make this one official, put your hands together for our two fighters. What a way to kick us off here tonight. And this one with thanks to Astute Annaly. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to 1 minute 12 of round number 3. Your winner by TKO from the red corner, Mark Richardson.
Oh, how's the respect? Oh, he's tying up a new belt.
Richardson
He's elated.
promoted to brown belt within the cage. We love a moment like this where you've seen the anguish of a hard fight camp, and the reward is not only the win of the fight but also a belt promotion.
100%. He TKO's a black belt, showed fantastic grappling in there. You could just see how much that meant to him. And to your point earlier, Janae, he must have put those rounds in an MMA fashion, defending the takedowns, getting back up to his feet. It's fantastic to see that hard work paid off, not just with the win here tonight, but with his brown belt promotion as well.
It goes to show you can have a game plan and really go for those takedowns, but sometimes it is at the expense of your gas tank. You have to make sure that your conditioning is there and ready to stand strong all 3 rounds, and unfortunately, it was just the last end part of this fight that Frustockl couldn't finish it.